Ancient Greece. This civilization left its marks on history, not only through its ideas but also through its melodies. Music, the shared language of gods and mortals, found its place in every aspect of life: religious rituals, theatrical performances, battlefield, and daily routines. But where did the instruments that shape this music come from? What are the developments and formations of these instruments? What were the cultural and social effects of ancient Greek music? And what effects on today's instruments they have? On this journey, we will explore the origins, evolution, and enduring legacy of ancient Greek instruments. From the ancient world to modern times, this musical bridge reminds us of the universality of music and its timeless power to connect us all.
There were many ancient Greek instruments in the ancient times. For example, aulos. Aulos was an ancient Greek wind instrument similar to a double reed pipe and one of the most important instruments in Greek music. It was widely used in various contexts, like including religious ceremonies, public festivals, and performances. The aulos typically consisted of two pipes which were played simultaneously. The pipes were made of materials like wood, bone, or metal, and were fitted with a double reed mouthpiece, similar to the modern oboe. The dual pipes often had different pitches, allowing the player to produce harmonies or melodies. In Greek music, the aulos was used alongside other instruments, like the lyre and the guitar, often as part of a larger ensemble. Lyre was a type of string instrument typically played with a plectrum or fingers, and it had a prominent place in Greek music, especially in the earlier periods. The lyre had a small, box-shaped body, and typically 3 to 7 string instruments had a U-shaped frame. Guitar was a larger, more complex version of the lyre and was often considered the professional or elite stringed instrument in ancient Greece. It usually had 7 to 11 strings. The strings were made from goods and were turned to specific pitches. It had a resonance box made from solid wood and it was sometimes decorated. It was played by plucking the strings with plectrum or fingers. The most important difference between guitar and lyre is guitar was more refined and larger. It had a more sophisticated tuning system. The pan flute is a traditional wind instrument consisting of a series of tubes or pipes of varying lengths which are bound together. These tubes are usually made from materials such as bamboo, wood, or metal, and they are arranged in a row. The pan flute is played by blowing across the open tops of the pipes, producing sound. Also, larger pipes producing lower notes, while shorter pipes produce higher notes. It has a unique instrument because resonant tone that makes it distinct from other wind instruments. Ancient Greek instruments had a huge impact on modern instruments like modern flute. While the aulos and pan flute are quite different in design and playing technique from the modern flute and clarinet, their developments help lay the foundation for the evolution of wood wind instruments. The aulos contributed through its use of reeds, expressive potential and public performance role, while the pan flute influenced the development of pitch systems, tone production, and the broader cultural context of wind instruments. Also, guitar and lyre influenced modern harp and guitar a lot. For example, guitar influenced the development of the guitar through its use of strings, body design, plucking technique. The lyre, with its plucked strings and simple frame, helped lay the foundation for more complex instruments like the harp, influencing its string configuration, playing technique, and cultural significance. Both ancient instruments contributed essential ideas that were refined and expanded upon in the creation of these iconic modern instruments.
The aulos was made from bamboo, reed, or ivory. The sound was produced using reeds attached to one end of the pipes. The instrument consisted of two pipes that were played simultaneously. The length and diameter of the pipes determined the pitch and tone quality. Improvements in the aulos included varying pipe lengths and refining the reeds to achieve a broader range of sounds. Some aulos featured mechanisms to adjust the direction of the sound for more complex melodies. The body of the lyra was typically made from wood, stone, or tortoiseshell, while the strings were crafted from tin copper, silver, or animal gut. The strings were plucked either by hands or with a plectrum. The length and tension of the strings determined the pitch. Over time, thinner and more elastic strings were used, producing clearer and brighter sounds. The lyra's design evolved to include more strings, allowing for richer melodies and great expressive possibilities. The kitara had a wooden body and the strings were made of bronze, copper, or silver. Strings were stretched over a frame and played by hand or with a plectrum. The kitara was larger and more strong than the lyra, with more strings. The addition of more strings expanded its tonal range, and various sizes of kitaras were developed to suit different musical styles. Playing techniques also became more intricate and sophisticated. The pipes in pan flute were typically made from bamboo, reed, or ivory. The length of each pipe determined its pitch. The pipes were arranged in a sequence from shortest to longest. The musician produced sound by blowing across the open tops of the pipes. The pan flute's design was refined over time, with more spacing and tuning of the pipes, allowing for a wider range of notes and improved tonal quality. The musical instruments of ancient Greece were crafted from natural materials and evolved alongside advancements in music theory and performance practices. Over time, these instruments were designed to produce richer and more diverse sounds, contributing to the development of complex orchestration and musical expression.
Ancient Greek music had a profound impact on many areas of society and was not just a means of entertainment, but also a tool to educate individuals and unify communities. For example, in religious rituals, music was indispensable. During the Pythian Games dedicated to Apollo, hymns were performed and accompanied by music to honor the gods. Additionally, in sacred ceremonies like the Eleusinian Mysteries, music played a key role in helping participants achieve spiritual purification. In theater, music enhanced the dramatic effects of stories. In Euripides' tragedy, the Bache, specially composed music was used to heighten the emotional intensity of the scenes, allowing the audience to connect more deeply with the characters. In sports, music also played an important role. At the Olympic Games, the aulos, a type of wind instrument, was played to set the rhythm for athletes' performances. This not only motivated the athletes, but also created excitement among the spectators. Even in war, music was a significant tool. In the Spartan army, flutists played melodies to boost soldiers' morale and help them maintain orderly movements. This ensured discipline and courage even amidst the chaos of battle. Philosophically, music was more than an art form, it was a means of moral, educational and spiritual development. In Plato's Republic, he emphasized the use of proper music in the education of children, arguing that music shaped an individual's moral character. Aristotle, on the other hand, highlighted the concept of catharsis, or emotional purification, through music. Pythagoras linked music theory to mathematics and introduced the concepts of the music of the spheres, explaining the harmony of the universe. Using the monochord, he demonstrates how music reflected mathematical order. Lastly, during Dionysian festivals, music and dance brought people together, strengthening social bonds and providing a shared cultural experience. Ancient Greek music profoundly influenced areas ranging from individual moral and spiritual development to fostering social unity. Its legacy continues to illuminate the enduring significance of music in human life even today.